If you're a landlord or tenant in Horsham, this local rental market update shares valuable insights and postcode level data to help you stay ahead of the market. It's being brought to you by Brock Taylor in the heart of Horsham. As Propertymark-accredited professionals, Brock Taylor follows strict industry standards to offer trusted advice and protect your interests. Peter.
Thanks, Phil. With a reputation for outstanding service and a dedicated lettings team based right in the town centre, you can count on our professional, regulated guidance, whether you're letting out a property or looking for your next home. Hi everyone, today we're talking about what's been happening in the Horsham rental market across RH12 and RH13 as we head into the second half of 2025. If you know Horsham, you'll know it's one of the most desirable spots in the southeast. It's well-connected, community-focused town where demand has stayed consistently strong.
Let's look at some of the figures so you can see exactly what's going on. When we compare the southeast with the rest of the UK, it's clear rents have gone up, but nowhere near as steeply as in other regions. Over the past year, average rents here have increased by just under 5%, which is quite modest compared to places like the North West and Scotland, where rents have jumped by about 9%. So while the southeast remains one of the more expensive parts of the country to rent, the rate of growth has been far less dramatic than most other areas.
Rents across Horsham are slightly higher than the regional averages, and that's true across every type of property. Apartments make up the biggest share of the market. Nearly 300 of them were let over the past year, with an average monthly rent of just over £1,200. That's a little above the southeast average, which is sitting around £1,187. Terraced houses here are also achieving higher rents, typically letting for about £1,600 a month, compared to £1,395 in the region overall. It's a similar story for semi-detached homes, where rents average £1,688, again slightly above the £1,596 you'd expect elsewhere in the southeast. Detached houses are harder to find in town, but when they do come to market, they're renting for just over £2,150 a month. Even that is comfortably above the regional average of £2,095.
All in all, rents here have risen by around 6.5% over the past year, which is quite a bit higher than the southeast average of about 4.6%. It's worth remembering that more than half of all properties let recently have been flats, which makes sense given the area's popularity with young professionals. In fact, about 23% of renters here are in the 25 to 29 age group, a clear sign that Horsham continues to attract people in their early careers who want the best of both worlds, town living and easy commuting.
Looking ahead for the rest of 2025, there are a few hotspots we think are worth keeping an eye on, especially if you're an investor or planning to relocate. Highwood Village is proving incredibly popular. It's a Berkeley Homes development with beautifully finished family homes. One of the standout listings recently was a 4-bedroom detached house attracting almost £3,000 a month in rent. Not far away, Mowbray Village is another area where we're seeing plenty of interest. This development has a mix of new build houses and apartments, with 2-bedroom flats starting for around £325,000 to buy, making them ideal for long-term lettings. And over at Park Place, there are smart 2-bedroom flats coming up to rent, including one recently listed at £1,700 a month, complete with garden access and parking. Always a bonus.
Of course, Horsham really comes into its own in the summer months. The town centre is buzzing with regular markets and community events. And if you want some downtime, Horsham Park is perfect for a stroll or a picnic, with loads of green space, a leisure centre and a lovely cafe. And when it's time to get back to work, it's easy to see why commuters love it here. Horsham has excellent train connections, not only into London, but also down to the south coast and elsewhere in the southeast, which is a big part of why the rental market stays so active all year round.
Thanks for joining us for this update. If you'd like to chat about renting, buying or investing here in Horsham, just drop us a message. We'd love to help you find the perfect place. See you next time.
To speak with the Brock Taylor Lettings team, visit them at 2 to 6 East Street, Horsham, or call them on 01403 272 022 or email horshamlettings@brocktaylor.co.uk.